What's up everybody? It's your girl JoJo and I am here with another March Madness video. It is Monday and it's a very, very pretty day. I hope you all are having a great day. I am going to be doing a review for Married to Medicine LA. This is the very first season of this show and this is episode 2. I'm still not sure if I'm going to continue to review the show or not. This is aggravating me. But for now, we'll just go ahead and do it. I looked at my 2 reviews from yesterday, Iyanla Fix My Life and Family or Fiance, and they just were not my best. So I do apologize to everybody. I could tell that I was like in some sort of weird place, and the shows weren't as fresh on my mind. So I do apologize to everyone who's watched those videos. They are usually much better than that, so I will improve. Took everything in me not to delete them and do them over, but I don't really got time for that. So, I am on my lunch break, so we're going to talk about this show, and I always say I'm going to try to do it quick, and it never works out, but I really am going to try to do it quick so I can get to my lunch. Let's start with Dr. Britton. Alright, we start the show actually out with her and her very, very handsome husband. He is making food for the children. They are in town before the kids are going to go back to school, and she's very happy to have her family there, but you can tell that her husband is very hands-on with the kids. He does a lot of the work with the kids because Dr. Britton is out of town and either looking for work or actively working. So we see her interaction with her children, which I thought was really beautiful. They talk a little bit about their relationship, and we understand that the dad is kind of getting over it. He needs a break. He's very glad when Dr. Britton is around because he gets a little bit more of a break. But he is a real estate developer. However, he's so hands-on with the kids that he doesn't really get as much time to work. Dr. Britton is not really saying much, and I'm kind of under the impression that Dr. Britton might like a little bit the ability to do the long distance thing, because it's like she kind of gets this break from the family life and she kind of gets to live her own life by herself, but then she still has her family that she can go to and do the family time, then come back to LA. But I do believe she wants her family with her, preferably. However, it just, the way she was coming off, like she kind of enjoyed it and that it was kind of working for her a little bit. And she says that she's not really a traditional mom. She's not a traditional wife. And that if it's something going on that she can afford to pay somebody for, then she gonna pay them. She sound like me, low key. Like that's probably what I would do if I had a whole lot of money. A little bit. That's depending on what it is. But she was just like, I used to cook. I don't really cook that much anymore. See, he'll figure out a way to get stuff done, but me, I'll outsource and I'll just pay somebody for it. So that's the nature of their relationship right now. We do see Dr. Britton at work a little bit later. She is the anesthesiologist. It looks like a plastic surgery center. This girl is about to go under for rhinoplasty, which is, you know, the nose stuff. And she does look like she's of Asian descent. And that is very popular in the Asian community. They have a lot of, if you Google noses in the Asian community, they make all kind of contraptions and stuff that could possibly make your nose a little bit pointier. I know black people go through a similar experience with nose jobs, and you know, I mean, my nose is wide and I've just learned to love it. You know, I used to want it to be a little pointier, but I came to appreciate my own face and how it looks, so you know. But you do what you do, and you do what you do for yourself. So I have no room to judge. But when I was looking at the girl, I thought she was very pretty, and she didn't. You know, her nose is okay. I didn't think anything was, like, it's one thing if you got a gargantuous nose and it's just like all right here, but I don't know. I've always been scared to mess with my nose because you still got all of this, you know, and then you don't want to have monkey lip because this part can look real big if you start getting rid of your nose. But anyway, just don't take it too far, girl. That's all I can say. But she gets to be silly with her patients. She loves her job. And she said the best part is you can be silly because chances are they're not really going to remember you because they're under medication. So we get to see her in action, and I thought that was really cool. She seems to really enjoy what she does. But according to her, she's ready to get her family over to where she is. But I don't know, Dr. Britton. You look real comfortable if you ask me. So then we move on to the next person, and that is... Okay, let's talk about Noel and Aisha. We know that Aisha's an actress, and we can tell she has a flair for the dramatics. Her and Noelle have actually known each other since elementary school, and that's a very, very special relationship. I'm like that with my best friend. They were on the dance team together, and Aisha was killing me with that body roll that she did. That she is very dramatic, but she did it right. I can't even do it. She did it right. But the two of them have known each other for a long time. Dr. Noelle even does her friends pap smears. I said that is a level of friendship that I don't want to reach, but cute for y'all. And we can tell that they have a very special relationship. Aisha is actually coming in to get some Botox. And just like the girl before who wanted to do something to her nose, hey, you know, whatever you want to do, I didn't really have a problem with it. I was kind of glad that they showed it because I think sometimes we get under this impression, you know, y'all know the black don't crack. I've talked about it before, that black women don't ever get work done. And that's not really true. There are plenty of black women who get work done to, you know, maintain whatever it is they want to maintain. I've already told y'all I have a problem under eye area that I do plan on doing something with. I don't know what. I don't know if I would get fillers or what, but I have looked into it, and I've watched videos of women who have deep inset eyes, hollow is what they call it, getting some of the fillers put in. And I'm not going to sit here and play the radio like I would never do it, but it was interesting to watch. However, Aisha girl, now I don't know if your eyebrows are just arched that way, but I think we could chill a little bit on the Botox possibly, because you was like this, you know, during the argument the whole time. Her face is just very up, you know, onward and upward, but maybe because it was a fresh Botox, I don't know. However, if you want to step back from it, you probably could stand, you know, to miss a few, because it looks like it's up already. But her friend is doing her injections, and her friend does everything for her. They started talking about meeting some of the ladies from the Atlanta cast that they met. They liked everybody. Started talking about what Dr. Simone told her about her eggs and her having this baby. And I think that it was good that Simone actually did end up talking to Aisha, because Dr. Noelle, one, her practice, I think, is family medicine. So Simone is a specialist in that area, and Simone kept it real with her. She don't know her, so she's able to just give her opinion on what she should do. Dr. Noelle, on the other hand, knows her, so she's probably a little bit more optimistic. And while she does tell her the truth, she might pad it a little bit because it's her friend. So it was good for Aisha to get that balance and realize, girl, you do need to get the show on the road if you want this baby, like for real. And I'm not even one to do all that to women, because I do believe in all things in certain timing, but it is time. You know, if you're going to do it, you're married, it's time if you're going to do that. Noelle says she's the product of a 39-year-old egg, so she'll never say it's not possible, but it's not that your body just stops, you know, wanting to get pregnant, but it is more difficult. So she does need to start looking into that future if she wants it. When we get over to Aisha's house, I think we kind of find out what the holdup might be. And I think it's her husband. I don't think her husband wants to have any children. I don't. You know, and that's just from my first opinion of him. It may change as the show goes on. But when they're getting into bed and she's talking to her husband about what Dr. Simone said and what Dr. Noelle has told her, she asks him, "Are you ready?" And he was just like, "Are you ready?" But he said it in a way like either A, he doesn't really want to do it, or B, Aisha has not really presented herself to want to be a mother. It's just like something that maybe she just thought. Well, she actually admitted she never imagined it before, but now that she's married, she kind of wants to extend their family. And let me just say this, for all the people who want to have a child just to see what you gonna come out with, that's not a good reason to have a child. Okay, you have to have a child. Somebody told me a long time ago, having a child is not only a responsibility, but it's a privilege. It's your privilege to give something back, really, to the society, to produce a productive member of society that's going to put something else out in this world, hopefully a little bit even more than you did. It's not just to have something and, you know, hope they come out with your traits and, you know, see what y'all can mix together and then, you know, that kind of be your trophy piece. It's not a selfish act. Can't talk. It's not a selfish act. It's a selfless act, you know, to have this child. So just keep all of that in mind if you do decide to have kids. You know, they might not necessarily be exactly who you want, but it's selfless. You know, you got to love them anyway. They're yours. You should love them anyway, because everybody don't, but you should love them anyway. So when I was hearing Aisha talk, I was just like, now, is her mind in the right place to have a baby? I hope so. And so one of two things is happening. Either the husband is seeing some stuff that's not right, or he really just don't want to do it at all. But he says it's the finances. I don't believe that. I thought it said her husband was a psychiatrist, but it said he was a metaphysic. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't even type it down because I couldn't figure out what she was saying. But I promise y'all, when I do it next week, I will look more into it to see specifically what kind of doctor he is. It's like mind, body, all of that. So, he does make money. However, I guess he's concerned about where their money is going in regards to her production staff. My mom used to tell me, I don't care if you got $1 million, you ain't never got enough money for no kids. And I kind of believe her, you know, to an extent. But I'm not really sure. It just doesn't seem like he's on the same page with her. I'm not even sure exactly where Aisha is. And it might just get to the point, girl, you might have to just wrap your legs around her. That's terrible, y'all. I need to cut that part out, but I ain't got no editing. I told y'all what happened. So, yeah, you might just have to wrap him up, girl. And, you know, he try to leave, you just gotta get him. Get him in there. Don't do that, ladies. Don't trap. Don't trap. In this case, though, I don't know. Anyway, let me get off of that. So, not really sure what Aisha's gonna do, but that speaking into existence, be optimistic, girl. You're gonna have to put some action behind that. Okay. So then we move on. Let's move on to we can go to Imani real quick. Imani is bad, y'all. Imani is beautiful to me. I actually saw somebody on Twitter put, you know, why would you want the same hairstyle as your man? And is she sick? Y'all, people just gonna forever be what they gonna be. And y'all know what I'm trying to say. I ain't even going there, but whatever, child. I think that her being bald-headed actually adds to her beauty. I don't think it takes away from it. I think she has a certain allure. And if her man like her head bald-headed, he want to lick that head, then let him lick that head. That's what he like. Speaking of her man is from the group, hold on now. I got it here. He was in a group, and the group was called Portrait. And I looked up the song last night, and it was Here We Go, going through the same thing. Y'all remember that song? I don't know the rest of the words. That's really the only part that I remember. This was back in the day. And either I was a little girl or the radio was still just playing it way after it came off. But I was much younger then. So I do kind of remember that song coming onto the radio, though. Just never knew who the group Portrait was. However, that is her man, and she said that when she met him, she thought he looked familiar. He told her about the group he was in, and they eventually ended up getting married. They've been together for 10 years. I don't know if they've been married for 10 years or just a total been together 10 years, but she ended up marrying the man who she had a crush on and had claimed as her man when she was 16 years old on a poster, which I thought was so beautiful. That is the law of attraction at work, if you ask me. One day I'm going to talk about that on the video, my thoughts on law of attraction. But anyway, so I just thought it was beautiful that the two of them together, and they look really cute together. He's tall, she tall. She has a son, and that actually looked like it could be his son. She says her son is nerdy like her, and he been doing psychoanalytics since he was 8 years old. She said that her husband has stepped in and helped her with her child 100%. And now her biological father is wanting to get in touch with her. Hasn't been in her life for quite some time. He was on drugs at one point. And it seemed to me that the husband didn't really want her to do it. And there must be some reason behind that we'll probably find out as we go along. But it seemed like he was saying, like, you don't know what you're going to get out of that. I don't know if that's something you want to do, that type of thing. Imani also tells us, I'll just throw this in since we was talking about getting work done. Imani says that when you have kids and you breastfeed, your titties look like fruit roll-ups. And she just went and told them to build her a body. So I don't really know what all Imani has done. Boobs, definitely, but they're still they're a small size. They work for her. I don't know if she did anything else, like with her waist or anything, because she looks like she's naturally slim to me. So I'm not really sure, but maybe we'll find out what type of work she has done as we go on. But I think the whole cast is just snatched and beautiful, and they have encouraged me to really step up my game in every way imaginable. My hair, you know, my skincare. Aisha had a little nightgown on when she went to bed. I got to get me some nightgown. But they just look really good. So let's move to Shanique. Shanique. Shanique says that she manages 400 residential homes. They really didn't expound upon that, so I'm interested in knowing more. She takes care of her man. She is old-fashioned, take care of her man and her family. A lot of people might not appreciate it, but she does it all in her faux in stilettos. I say, go on, girl, go on, do that then. Robert is her, you know, short husband, but they seem to have a pretty good relationship. He is an urgent care doctor, and they met back in the day in college. He was helping her with her biology, but she saw a little bit more potential in him, you know, some future money, but she held it down when he didn't have none, and took care of him both financially and emotionally, he said, and I thought that was really sweet. So the two of them seem to have a good relationship. Y'all, Shanique and these gummy bears, no, that whole scene, I just had the straight face. But her and Jasmine, they're probably fun, you know, like in a ditzy way when they get together, like kind of annoying, but probably still fun. But I know a lot of people, I can already tell that those are probably going to be the two that they don't care too much for. I don't know yet. It's always up in the air the first couple episodes, but I will say they seem like they're probably fun when they get together. But Jasmine has had an idea to take a picture of Shanique and a bunch of gummy bears because that's Robert's favorite snack or favorite little treat. I hope the sun ain't messing me up, y'all. I can't really tell. It looks bad when I'm looking at it, but it might not be bad to y'all, just like the angles. So, yeah, Jasmine is doing a photo shoot with her in this bathtub with all these gummy bears, and I was just looking at it like, that is a shame. All them good gummy bears gone to waste. And I love gummy bears, y'all. So I was just like, I probably would have ate the top ones off her. Shanique looked like she clean, so I probably would have ate the ones like near her stomach or, you know, right by the shoulder. Here we go. But she is taking this photo shoot, and her and Jasmine are doing a bunch of, you know, let's pose like a gummy bear. Let's do this. And, you know, it was cute for them. I'll just say that. Jasmine is a doctor's wife, as she told Heavenly, and Shanique is a doctor's wife as well. So I guess they have that in common, and they bond together, and you know, they're just good girlfriends. Okay, Jasmine says she is snatched. She got the snapback, just had her baby a couple of months ago, and she already got that body back right. She is smaller than, and she could even write a book on the snapback. So that's what we have going on with Shanique and Jasmine. Shanique is planning Robert a birthday party with a Jamaican theme. I was very confused when Jasmine asked what steel drums are. Those would be the drums made of the steel. And Shanique, I'm not sure what part of her family is Jamaican. I don't know if it's mom or dad. I know her Jamaican accent sounded like mine, and I'm not Jamaican. So was she raised in Jamaica, or you know, what's going on with that? But she's having this party for Robert. Robert works hard. It's his 38th birthday. He deserves it. So she's having this party, and she's invited everybody, right? Okay, so let me just move on to the party. So we have everybody getting ready, and we find out that Aisha has actually invited Dr. Heavenly because Dr. Heavenly's in town doing her relationship expert stuff. So she invited her to come on. Imani is just thinking to herself like, okay, she invited Heavenly. Heavenly's cool, but Heavenly do like to kind of, you know, stir it up. I speak my mind, but Heavenly speaks her mind, and then she adds some extra hot sauce. And that is the perfect example of who Dr. Heavenly is. But they like her, so they're going to bring her on to the party. They get to the party, y'all, and tell me, what Dr. Heavenly, what prom or what women's event were you going to? What women's conference did you think you were going to? Your dress was okay, but why did she have that flower on as if she was going to be the guest speaker? When she got into the car, I was thinking in my head, like, we cannot pay you. You know how they always do at church, for what you've done. But we just want to give a token of our appreciation to Dr. Heavenly for being our mistress of ceremony. Y'all give her a hand. Dr. Heavenly. Right there with the yellow flower. We just want to give this token of our love for you speaking at our Women's Day. Why does she have that flower on? It was so confusing. But they're in the car, and they're headed to the event. I guess they didn't tell Shanique that Dr. Heavenly was coming, because that's when she started speaking in her patois that sounded like mine. and wanted to know why Dr. Heavenly was there. But okay, cool. Dr. Heavenly's there, right? So the party is going well. There's some conversation about Britain and her, long distance family situation. How long y'all gonna keep that up? And Dr. Britain's just like, look, Shanique, you do your thing, I do my thing. We two different type of mamas. There'll probably be more conversation about that, I'm sure. Jasmine is there, not too much with her. Noelle, ooh, girl, that dress, you look beautiful. You looked really, really good. Aisha's there, Heavenly's there. Okay, so everybody's there, right? So as everybody is going around and mixing up and mingling, I was laughing my behind off when Michael, is that Imani's husband's name? Imani's husband said that sometimes when they hanging out, people ask if Robert, Shanique's husband, is his son. That was hilarious. But it's good to know that the guys get along well. Noelle's husband wasn't able to make it, and Aisha's husband wasn't able to make it. So while they're out there, we find out that there is an ex of Aisha's husband at the party. All right? And Shanique is just like, well, where's Aisha? I want to, make sure everything's good, make sure it's okay, because her husband's ex is over there. And Imani and Noelle don't like that, okay? They don't appreciate the fact that she invited an ex over there, but Noelle is particularly upset about it because that's her homegirl. And Jasmine, who nobody was talking to, decides she wants to interject and be like, I mean, what's the big deal? She's the wife. She got the ring. It doesn't matter. Why is everybody acting, oh my gosh, it's not a big deal. Are you serious? And I was just like, now, wait a minute, baby girl. First of all, nobody was talking to you. Okay, that's the first thing. Those are two grown women having an individual conversation. They didn't need you to butt in. I know that's your homegirl, but no. And secondly, let's not act like rings ever stop somebody from cheating or feeling some type of way. That's the second thing. But I got what she was trying to say, girl. You the wife, be secure. And I agree with that. Would I want to be at a party with my man's ex? No. But would I care? No. I've been at plenty of parties. Y'all know, especially with some of the dudes I done talked to. I done been with about 3 or 4 exes in a room and some bust downs and some baby mamas. Because, life has just gone that way. But I wouldn't have cared that his ex was there. And I don't think Aisha cared until they called it to her attention. So once they called it to her attention, Aisha is just like, what now? You invited his ex. Like, let me ask you, how long have you known her? Well, I don't know her, but that's Robert's friend. And why is it such a big deal? It shouldn't be a big deal. You know what? You are very insecure. You need to be secure. Now, everything would have probably gone over a little better if she hadn't called the girl insecure. But then that heightened stuff a little bit more. But I did think that Aisha was taking it out of proportion. Like, I would have, even if I was bothered, I wouldn't have let them know I was bothered. Like, I wasn't about to cause no scene. And the ex sitting over there unbothered, having a beautiful conversation. So I was just like, Aisha, girl, just pay your dust, okay? Even if you do feel disrespected, I've been like, girl, I'll talk to you about this later. I'm not finna ruffle no feathers up in here. My man not even here. We married, so it's not no big deal. She here, okay, fine. But I guess Aisha was extremely offended. So she walks off. Dr. Heavenly, okay, I guess Bravo Andy said, look, we brought you here to start some mess and you gonna do what I told you to do. So she get in there and she said, you know what, I'm gonna go over there, I'm gonna go get the girl, I'm gonna talk to her, I'm gonna quiz her up. So she talking to the girl, asking, do she still got feelings for her ex and what kind of doctor is she? And she was like, oh, no wonder Aisha feel threatened because she cute and she a doctor in a specialty. I was just like, Heavenly, first of all, you don't take your behind back to Atlanta with that women's conference yellow flower on. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, it don't matter if she's a cute doctor with a specialty. Aisha is a beautiful woman as well and got her own stuff going on. She don't need to feel threatened, okay? We may not be the same, but we both have something unique and special about us, so it don't matter, okay? He is my man, and that's really it. I didn't need Dr. Heavenly to do all that. So then when she go get Aisha, I was even further frustrated. I didn't like it. I know what she was there to do, but I hated that it had to be done. I was glad Aisha didn't walk over there, but then at the same time, I was just like, girl, walk over there. Because that's what they want you to do. They want you to act ugly. They want you to look insecure. Walk over there and be like, girl, what's up? They making this a big deal. I ain't even I would have just lied. Wasn't even mad about it. It's nice to meet you. You're beautiful. I love your dress. Do you want to go? Let's go over here. Let's go talk and get something to drink. I wouldn't even gave none of them the satisfaction, but that's just me. But I think Aisha ends up going home, and that's really the end of the episode. So there's going to be more between her and Shanique, and apparently Robert says that there was some overlap between the two, so maybe that's why she was mad. Child, just messy. Dr. Heavenly, going back to Atlanta, okay, and serve that women's conference that you're supposed to be speaking at. But that's it, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to eat the rest of my lunch, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.